I was impressed at this emphasis again, is protecting yourself professionally, emotionally and everything else, by deciding that this was your professional self and this was your private self, and keep it kiwi atu at the two of them. But what I found that everything that I learned in the Bible is the opposite to that. Mm. And I think I see that in my Pākehā colleagues. They want to preserve the boundary, so I can do this much for you, and I can be here until 3:30, but then I'm off to be a father or a mother in my own family or whatever, or I'm going back to the ministry, or I'm going back to my employer or whatever. And what I've learned is that from working with on these projects with Noah, there are no boundaries. You commit to the project, you commit to the kaupapa, you commit to the people that you're working with. And if the group can't work at the moment because someone's in a tangi, or someone has to go to a tangi, then you deal with that. You can't just say, well, that's the personal stuff, let's just carry on with the professional stuff, which is what my Pākehā colleagues do. And I find that you can't do that. And I think that's probably one of the most important things. So people can call on you, at any hours of the day or night. Mm-hmm. I don't want to exaggerate. I'm not run up in the middle of the night briefing, but anything like that. But you can't sort of conveniently retreat behind the professional image. Well, I mean, you could try it, but people would see through it very quickly. So, and that's huge. That's huge because it's actually living your life in a completely different way. Mm. And it's and it's also understanding the collective. It's all the stereotype things that Pākehā say about Māori. They live together, they work together, and they all of that. But the point is, it is a whole way of being, and if you stay around long enough, you get to your own life shifts like that too. Mm. And, you know that something's gone wrong. I mean, in that term, when you go to a hui and you find that perhaps 2 hours goes and they're still doing whakawhanaungatanga, they're still going around, and you know that there's been a big change in yourself when you think, yeah, that's okay. Fine, we've still got half an hour. And then what I've seen a number of times, in that last half hour, it all goes. Mm. Suddenly everyone says, this is what we need to do, this is what we're going to do, someone puts it up and it happens. But I can still see colleagues of mine getting more and more anxious. This is supposed to be a 4-hour day or whatever, 4-hour week. We're still telling stories, and we're still doing whakawhanaungatanga, and gosh, it's lunchtime. When are we going to start? And then from that I do some more reading and thinking, and you realise, of course, it has started. Mm. Because that's part of the process. Because in the end, you get everyone there on board. Well, 9 times out of 10.